Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Whoop, whoop. Um, yeah, I'm going to have to start doing this podcast a little earlier in the day because 3 o'clock hits and this mama loan officer is like ready for a nap. I feel like an old lady sometimes. Okay, so this is Kimmy Antonucci with Movement Mortgage, and you are listening to Kimmy Talks. This is my super fun, fantastic podcast that everybody is going to love and start following on all my social medias. So today is Wednesday, which means we're going to talk about real estate. And I am going to actually talk about investing in real estate. We have a lot of kind of cool things to talk about. Um, my assistant, Brandy, she's the best in the whole world. She put together a list of questions on the topic, and I was just reading through them before this podcast. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know all the answers. So I think this is going to be a fun podcast. I'd like for anyone who's viewing to comment along with this podcast so that maybe we can help each other out, see where this takes us. So last week we had a great week. Last weekend, of course, was Easter Sunday. Monday, we talked about the mortgage checklist, documents needed to apply for a mortgage. And this week, we are obviously today talking about investing in real estate. And then Friday, we're going to be talking about the happenings in Syracuse and Rochester coming up over the weekend. Any featured listings that we want to kind of showcase for the weekend, and then we will be announcing any open houses we might want to be heading up to show you some virtual tours. So, hey, be sure also to check out my TikTok, of course. We need more followers, and I need to go live on TikTok. The only way I can do that is if I have 1,000 followers. So find me on TikTok and follow me, please. Okay, so um little bit more fun stuff here before we get into the real estate talk. Um I have my President's Club trip coming up in May. I'm so excited. I will be talking with Brandy on how we can try and still do some sort of podcasting while I'm away enjoying Mexico. But it may be pre-recorded, just a heads up, and then Brandy will air it for us while I'm gone. But this is really exciting stuff. I'm a little nervous about being away from Gabriel and Elijah, my two boys. Um, Jamie and I don't normally vacation without the kids, so this is going to be interesting. Most people would say, "Oh, it's going to be so fun. Enjoy yourselves." And I feel like I'm going to be that mom that's like checking in with grandma 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. Hopefully not. Hopefully I just enjoy it. So also quick reminder, Agent Marketing Academy, it's coming up quick. It's actually, I think next week, Agent Marketing Academy, we're doing Instagram for real estate. So all those real estate agents out there that need to get better on their Insta accounts should be attending this class. Be sure to register. It's free. And the ticket link will be in the description, but make sure you register. I want to have enough food and enough drink and enough goodies for everybody that's attending. Um, But yeah, that's going to be great coming up at the end of the month. All right, so let's talk about real estate. One question we have is, what do you think is smarter? Do you think it's smarter to invest in an Airbnb, which we like to call our short-term rentals, or our long-term rentals? So investment properties, multifamily investment properties, even single family, but um so, what do you all think? I have struggled with this question over the past couple of years. Um, my sister and I really have been trying to get our investing business off the ground, and I we were going hard just looking at rental properties, long-term rental properties, and then the pandemic hit, and there was the moratorium, and we were like, this might be a bad idea. I mean, we can't evict people, they don't have to pay their rent. Um, so we switched gears and started looking into Airbnb. And I don't know. I still don't know the answer to what's a smarter thing to do. I think it's whatever works, numbers wise. I think you need to be really good at calculating your return and figuring out, your monthly expenses, what you're going to get on your income, how much you have to put down on the property, what's your initial investment, and how quickly you can get a return on that initial investment, right? So it really comes down to all of that. It's not a quick, easy, simple question. And I would love to get somebody who's maybe seasoned in investing in here too. Maybe we could ask these questions to them and see what their response is, because I'm curious to see what other people, I'm new to investing, and I don't have all the answers, so I'm curious to see what a seasoned investor would say to these things. So another good question or thing to think about is flipping properties to sell, or purchasing a property that maybe just needs a little repair and fixing it up and using it as rental units, so retaining them. This is something, again, I recently explored. The numbers looked good, right? So we looked at a property that we would have written an offer. I think it was 150, escalation up to 175. Needed about 60 to 70,000 in work, but the agent was optimistic that we could relist it for 280 or more. So in that case, it was a really cool house, single family in an awesome neighborhood, popular neighborhood. And in that case, that house was perfect for flipping it to sell, right? I mean, you're going to get a return on your investment very, very quickly, hopefully. and and there's no use in keeping it to rent it out. So rental properties, usually we want to look at maybe less of a down payment, or even if you're buying it cash and no mortgage at all, that might be helpful. That way, everything you make every month is a profit after expenses. So that house that I'm referencing, it's actually on my TikTok account. We put it there just recently, so check it out, see it. You can see the video. It's a short video, but it kind of gives you an idea of what the property is that I'm talking about. It's pretty cool. So another question, how much do you think a first investment property should cost someone? This is another great question because it depends on the person. Um, you know, anyone can be an investor, really. It's not uh really rocket science. If you have some money for a down payment, then you can do this, you know? Um, it depends on what kind of investment property you're looking at. So if you're just looking to get into investing rental properties, say you want to rent them out, long-term rentals, that's it. You could always get into a single family investment property with 15% down. That's very little, very, very little. Once you get into multi-families, now you're looking at 20 and 25% down. So you need to know those numbers because you need to know how much money you have to spend, right? So you're going to have, your down payment and then some closing costs on top of that. And that's really going to, once you figure out how much money you have in your savings to spend towards your first investment property, talk to a loan officer, have them run numbers for you. That's when you're going to really start to feel comfortable. Okay, should I be looking at a $60,000 investment property or am I comfortable with $150,000, right? You won't know until you start throwing around some numbers and get all of your accounts straightened out as well. It took me a while to save up to where I was comfortable enough to say, yep, I'm ready to invest in real estate. I've got enough money sitting in a savings account. And as we all know, savings accounts make no interest anymore these days. So there's really no use in that money sitting there. And I finally felt comfortable that investing into real estate was the way to go right now. Um, so another cool question. Do you think it's smart to have rental property to make a profit first or put all of your profits towards paying off the lien or the mortgage on the property sooner? This was a fun conversation that I had with my sister actually. We were thinking about doing a very, very large investment idea. It was not investing in rental properties, it was something else that I'm not going to share here because that is a talk for another day. And it's also something that may be in the works, and I don't want to spill the beans. But I will say, we've talked with our CPA several times to figure out how much we would want to put towards our loan every year and still show a profit to ourselves, right? And it's a hard question because you want to pay off any liens against your business. You want to pay those off as quickly as possible because once those are paid off, it's pure profit after that. Well, besides the taxes, insurance, stuff like that. Any maintenance and things like that. But as far as the loan goes, after that, you're done and you're profiting, right? So if you're buying a property to flip it and sell it, and you're doing that with a loan, that's easy. You're not gonna you're gonna take out the loan. It's probably gonna be an interest only loan while you're doing the renovating. And then once you sell the property, you pay back the loan and you profit anything remaining from it. But if you're looking at long-term rentals, it's really up to you on what your plan is. Um, a couple of things. I mean, are you going to keep this rental property for a long time? That might determine whether or not you want the mortgage paid off quickly. So it's a hard question. It's going to depend on you personally. If you are getting into investing real estate to make a profit right away, then no, you're probably going to pay your monthly mortgage payment and pocket anything after expenses. That way, you're going to show a profit right away. Um, but if you're looking to, um, maybe you don't need that profit immediately, but you want to start showing a lot of profit in the future, in the near future, then yeah, throw it all towards your mortgage, get it paid off as quickly as possible, and enjoy all of the profits after that mortgage is gone over with. Um, So, some tips that I would give as a loan officer to somebody that wants to invest in real estate. This is fun because we have a super awesome new program. It's called DSCR. 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 What the heck does that mean, Kim? None of us care about that. Oh, but you do. If you are an investor, you want to know about this program because this is a zero income DOC program. All of the income to qualify you for the loan comes from the property. It generates from the property. We don't see any tax returns, W-2s, pay stubs, nothing from you. Again, all of the income we use to qualify you for the loan will be income generated from the subject property. So if you are an investor and you need a loan, you should call this sister up because I am going to hook you up. But there's other that program is an awesome program available. The interest rate though is a little bit higher. So if you can qualify for a mortgage as an investor with using your income, say you're a salaried employee with excellent income, debt to income ratio isn't an issue. We'd set you up with a regular conventional loan program probably and get you a little bit better interest rate. So again, I always say reach out to a loan officer if you need a mortgage and talk to somebody. Investors are always, you know, hesitant. They want to talk to brokers or commercial lenders. But make sure you explore all your options. Movement mortgage, we do residential lending, but we have some excellent programs for our investors. So you really want to find out what we have for you. So the next question was, can you use rental income for mortgage application? Absolutely. Absolutely. In several ways. Current rental properties, we're going to look at previous tax returns and what you claimed. New rental properties, we're going to use the potential rental income that would generate from the property, whether you do a regular conventional program or even the DSCR. We still use that rental income. It's just calculated a little bit differently. So, yes, rental income is a great source of income to put on your mortgage application. Just be careful. If you have rental properties already and your tax returns are showing some massive write offs where you are showing huge losses, we may not want to see that because we have to count that as a liability against you. It actually ends up being a liability. It's going to hurt your debt to income ratio. So, again, hopefully you have a good loan officer that you're working with that can help kind of guide you along the application process. Um, and so some of you may be asking why it would show a huge loss. It's just all your write offs, right? As an investor, as owning investment property, anytime something goes wrong with the house, we can write it off, right? Um, we can write off our taxes, insurance, mortgage, interests. There's a lot of things that we can write off. So we just want to be careful with what we are writing off so that it's at the end of the day isn't going to show a huge loss and ding us on our mortgage application. Okay, so that's it for today. And hopefully next week I will have some visitors. I'm going to task Brandy with finding us people. If you want to come on this podcast, please reach out to me or Brandy. We would love to have you. This office and this podcast is super fun, but I'm kind of alone. So come hang with us. We'd love your company. All right. So tune in Friday. Friday, we're going to talk about the weekend. Can't wait. And don't forget to follow, subscribe, like all of my socials, right? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. I don't know, Brandy. I think I need to do more dancing on TikTok because I got to get me some more followers. All right, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I cannot wait to see you Friday. Take care, stay safe, stay warm. Yesterday, we had like a foot of snow in Manlius, New York. I was like, ew, no. So let's get some 70-degree weather back over here. And, anyways, I love you all. Take care. Bye bye.